For the last 200,000 years, groups of men have banded together as a means of survival and for the purpose of moving civilization forward. Men built great cities, advanced modern technology, and created economic systems that still prevail today. Unfortunately, those advancements in economic stability have created widespread levels of comfort that even the most wealthy kings in history didn't enjoy. With no great purpose or mission, most men today have accepted this comfort and in turn have become soft, weak, feminized versions of their past ancestors. These men are content with spending their days at jobs they dislike, spending time with people they can hardly tolerate, and the most fulfilling thing in their lives is watching their favorite sports teams or getting lost in their favorite video game. The men of the Unplugged Brotherhood demand more from themselves and, more importantly, from each other. Through mentally and physically challenging in-person retreats and events, these men have discovered that growth only happens when you are willing to show up, force yourself out of your comfort zone, and above all, do the work. Don't waste another day squandering your potential to be the man you were meant to be. Reject comfort, let go of people that are holding you back, and seize the opportunity to join a true brotherhood that will challenge you to become the best version of yourself.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode. We're at installment 176. Again, this is just a little something we're building off the original book. There was a follow-up book coming out in November. If you're on my email list, you'll get first notice of that. Thanks for joining me today. This one is about common distractions from your purpose. And there's a lot, and I'll be honest with you. I was thinking about this the last couple of Zoom calls that I held with my community guys, and it's like it's an open, ask me anything, whatever you want to chop up sort of session when I do these Zooms for the community. If you're ever interested in joining us and getting into the content on the School of Unplugging, you should start at, well, the ticker below has it. It's entrepreneursandcars.com/community. But the vast majority of these distractions from the pursuit of purpose, the chasing of excellence, as I like to say, not women, always seems to revolve around some element, some dynamic of women being the centerpiece of your life. Now, women, again, they should not be the centerpiece of your life. They should be a complement to it. They should be useful in it. They should be respectful in it. They should offer you things that you simply can't get anywhere else before you even contemplate inviting her into it. But I see far too many men over the years letting women distract them from their purpose, if I'm being, completely honest. So a lot of what I'm going to get on the soapbox on in this cast will obviously tie into this notion. I want to talk about family and friends and a few other distractions that can often derail a lot of guys. But part of the reason why a lot of my content, when I'm in my car and I've got the GoPro strapped to the windshield and I'm just like on it and I'm heading somewhere and I got to chop up some sort of topic, I wish there was an end to it. Like, I wish that there was an end to the distractions that women cause for men, but there never, ever seems to be. I don't know. Maybe that's just a function of why we're here on this planet. They say men are here to scatter seed and women are here to, have children and babies and carry on our race, if you will. But for some reason, guys never seem to get past it. Like, I've seen loads of guys, even men that I've known for a long time. You have these conversations, they give me the typical version of something like, your book saved my life. It changed my outlook. If it wasn't for your divorce course, insert whatever catastrophic event may have followed, blah, blah, blah. But they still revert back to their original ways, and they still allow these distractions to take them away from their purpose. I don't know, maybe guys need to tattoo it on their hand or something like that, or buy their watch or something. Chase excellence, not women. But the absolute distraction that happens from women that are completely undeserved of distracting you from your purpose. I've seen guys, handsome, tall, in excellent shape, with a good career, own a good business, just focus everything on some fucking chick that's got like 3 kids in tow from 2 prior relationships or marriages, from every color of the rainbow. It's like a bag of Skittles, and these guys just don't get it. So I want to spend some time on this one today. I know that there's probably guys in here that are wondering, okay, well, what's coming? You know, what is he going to hit us with? You need to pay attention to this one, guys. I mean, you need to pay attention to everything I fucking talk about when I do these shows, and ideally adopt it. Like I want more guys to be like, yo, I was doing this, and then this changed because of whatever insert thing that I got from you, and here's the results that I'm getting right now. And it doesn't happen enough. It happens, but it doesn't happen enough. What I see is an equal amount of men get sucked back into the vortex of BS, often with female distractions. So let's take it from the top. I think the first thing, and guys, like lessons like this, like I wish I'd learned this shit when I was in my 20s. Like, honestly, wish a guy like me sat me down. My dad sat me down. Somebody sat me down and gave me the 411. That's a number you dial here for information, by the way. If that doesn't make sense to somebody watching outside of that area code, but getting that information up front and believing it. And I think maybe for a lot of guys, it's like pain seems to be the best teacher. But even guys that have been through the pain, they don't want to accept the lesson that's learned. Like I know guys that have been destroyed in family court, and then they go and get married again. Oh, she's different. She's definitely going to be different. It's going to work this time. 50% of the guys, and you know, they're like old enough and they've had their kids out of the way. They got a bunch of kids even, you know, in some cases. And then they still cook up this idea, yeah, maybe I should get married, or, you know, because she says that she wants to get married, or whatever the pressure happens to be. There's always some pressure, you know, from some angle. Oh, it's cultural. My family's pressuring me. You know, it's a religious thing. I just can't date you. I just can't be with you. I just can't commit to you without getting a ring or getting a marriage contract signed. And it's like just about everywhere that you live in the world, you invite the government into your house, and then the government is now the head of your household. Not you anymore, the government. And guess who the government answers to? Answers to the female primary social order, like I talked about in the chapter in my book. That's who they answer to. They don't answer to men. Men are the disposable sex. Women are the protected sex. Everything in family legislation will protect the women. Just how it is. Women and children. Women and children first. Titanic goes down. Who gets on the lifeboats? Women and children first, right? Don't give a shit about men. I get it. Like, you know, we've been bred that way. We've been told that our entire life. They tell men, do what's right. They tell women, do what's right for you, girl. Very different narrative. But you still let women distract you because they're pretty, because they smell nice, because they touch your pee-pee, because they respond to your text in a timely fashion. Tell me you don't have optionality without telling me you don't have optionality. Like, guys will go and chase the validation from a girl who is, and here's what blows me away. You know, like I talk about genuine burning desire and difference and women that are detractors. I spell it out for you. I use examples. Oftentimes when I'm broadcasting in my car, doing an Entrepreneurs in Cars video, I'll use a specific example and I'll break it down during the reaction, why this sort of happens. And it's like, guys will still chase women that are indifferent to them. Why? Because that's your only option? Like, that's the one chick that's getting back to you? Is that why? You don't have any other optionality? You can't cultivate more optionality? That's the only chick that will talk to you? Well, she wants to get married because of, you know, her family, and they're really pressuring, and it's, you know, religious. So like, I'm, you know, thinking about it, and it's like, all right, well, tell me a little bit about this gal. And then they start talking, and you can see that they're infatuated with them, right? I bring this up often when I find guys are love locked on a chick, and it's like there's a blog post out there called "The 16 Commandments of Poon." It's an old one. It's a goodie. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. You can go look it up. It's still out there. It's on Chateau Hartis blog or a Wayback Machine. You'll find it if you do the Google search or whatever. But the long and short of it was, one of his specific commandments was, you have to look past her beauty. I honestly think that if guys were more capable of looking past a woman's beauty, they wouldn't get sucked into the vortex of distractions that they want to implement onto our lives. Guys still get into long-term relationships with chicks with kids from a prior relationship. They'll raise Chad's kids. Fuck, they'll even raise Tyrone's kids and not bat an eye and not even care. When inherently within their gut, it's twisting. Their family around them, they're like, you're abandoning your opportunity to have your own children to raise these motherfuckers' kids. And they know it, but they do it anyway. The guys that don't do it are able to look past a woman's beauty, are able to see a forest for the trees they're in. They know what they're dealing with. They don't gloss over red flags. Red flags that I freely give away to you. You don't even have to buy my book. You don't have to give me a dime. You can get the red flags just by opting into my email list. There's 21 of them. They'll completely ignore the red flags that women will overtly show you easily within months of dating, and invite them into their life and move them into their house and raise Chad or Tyrone's kids in their own home, only to find out 5.5 years later that they're paying child supports for children that aren't even his, because he played the role of daddy for 3 years. And family court said, hey, you played the role of daddy, so you're going to have to keep paying like daddy would have, because you fall for her bullshit. Women are probably the biggest distraction for men throughout history. I mean, it's a story as old as time. Helen of Troy, right? The movie Troy. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. A great movie with Brad Pitt, a whole bunch of really good actors. Pretty accurate based on the storyline, as it's written. I'm sure it's been bastardized, throughout time, but there's plenty of examples throughout history where men have done dumb shit. Like World War I was started over a woman. Wars start over women, over guys simping for women, over guys being it's almost unfathomable to believe that an entire army of men will get on boats, planes, whatever mode of transportation takes them into battle, whether it's now or 1,000 years ago or whatever it was when the battle for Troy happened. All to fight a war over a chick that one guy wants or doesn't want to be disrespected over. Hundreds of thousands of men fighting over the honor of that guy and that gal. Wild. Isn't that wild that humans do that crazy shit? When you actually think about it, isn't it wild that you can mobilize millions of men to fight over the honor of a guy and a gal? But if men had more dignity as individuals, look, I get that, human beings love a ruler. I get that human beings love to be commanded, if you will, love to be ruled. I get it. But how's that working out for you? How's that working out for sapiens as a species? How many hundreds of millions of people have died that were led into wars and battles over the honor or the dignity of a piece of royalty? Over a chick. And it happens on an individual basis. It happens everywhere. Absolute distractions. I mean, you can go through all kinds of media pieces over the years. All kinds of names come up. Anthony Weiner with the shit that he did with chicks. Fucking Bill Clinton, distracted by a chick in his fucking White House in his presidency. And there's not a lot of guys out there that like have the balls to say this shit. Not a lot. Very fucking few. In fact, I'd probably say that one of the most vocal guys out there is probably still Tate. He just doesn't give a fuck. I think the older that you get and the more that you see the code in the matrix for what it is, like, if you will, the more you start to acknowledge and realize the like how pathetic guys can be, the lack of dignity that men will refuse to have for themselves over their purpose. Like, it's like, if you have some, I had a guy ask me earlier, he's like, I want to put like 150 grand into a sports car. I want to make sure that it gets me a seat at a table with higher net worth individuals, and I can go on supercar rallies and stuff like that. And I want a nice car that's going to hold its value. And then he's like, I just need that goal. Perfect. That's a conversation. Let's fucking dive down that. Not how do I get my girlfriend back, or how do I, what do I do if she says that she wants to move in with me, or that she wants to marry me, or how about no? How about no? Like, why can't guys just say no? No. It's a word. It doesn't require a discussion. It doesn't require, like, you don't need to elaborate on it. It's a complete discussion. No. But I want it. No. I want no. Who was it? Chris Rock or Chris Tucker? They had a stand-up special about it. They made fun of married guys. It's like married guys basically have a stamp that like stamps yes on everything, right? I want to renovate the kitchen. Yes. I want my mother to move in. Yes. I want to have another kid. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Just give them a stamp. Yes, 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 yes. And these same guys wonder why they get divorced like a few years down the road, because they've said yes to everything. You're not a challenge for her. Women don't want what they already have. Very few, anyway, want what they have long term. There's not a lot of women that want what they have long term. Some good ones out there that do, but most of them, you give them what they want, you get punished. I'm going to say it again. You give a woman everything that she wants, she will punish you. You will learn a lesson in life. Guys just need to learn how to say no. Have some dignity for themselves. Do they need reminding that you are the man, you are the one in the driver's seat, you are the one leading the relationship? Maybe I need to say it every show. Maybe I need to make a pre-recorded intro that reminds guys of that. I don't know. But I don't think it's getting through. Because I still talk to so many guys time and time again that get distracted by women. I've talked to, I don't know how many guys now that have been married 2, 3 times. It's like, it didn't work out the first time. It didn't work out the second time. Didn't even work out the third time. And they're dating some new chick that wants to get married. And they're like, should I marry her? Yeah, fucking march right in the slaughterhouse, bro. Good idea. Fucking move her family in, move her kids from all the relationships that she's had in the past in. Just give her the keys to your bank account. Fucking just give it all to her. Just say yes to everything. Yes, 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 yes. Women are your biggest distractions, guys. Way too much focus on them. If you take a fraction, for most guys, if you take a fraction of the effort and energy and resources and time, and you allocate it to yourself to increase your attractiveness and your value, everything gets better in your life. Everything that you do in your personal life at all level will improve dramatically if you increase your attractiveness. What does that mean? Let's spell it out for you. You lose the weight that you know you need to lose. You increase your physique the way that it needs to be improved. Have you broadened your shoulder, narrowed your waist, gone to the gym? Combat sports are great. Bang on that drum a number of times. Learn how to fight. The competency skill is useful, especially in today's day and age where you get these fucking robbers in places like Canada where I live that break into people's houses and do all kinds of god-awful things because there's no repercussions in the court system because our federal government is run by a bunch of wimps. They don't want to punish criminals and robbers that are breaking into people's homes, and they don't want to give homeowners the right to defend themselves properly in their own home. I'll knock a motherfucker out. He walks into my house and starts to play with me. I boxed for 4 years. I know how to hit somebody and hit him fucking hard. Learn skills that are useful in your life that will benefit you. Your level of attractiveness and your value is directly correlated to your level of happiness and satisfaction you'll get as a man. Improve your attractiveness because you won't have to say yes to a chick all the time. You'll have options. You'll tell her no. She'll either accept it or she won't like it and she'll have a hissy fit and walk off. You just replace her with somebody else. Fuck them. Very simple. If you're as attractive as you can possibly be and as valuable as you can possibly be, if you invested the time in yourself, you don't put up with fucking terrorists. You don't put up with psychopaths. You don't put up with bullying. You don't put up with stamping everything yes, 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 like a homosexual would. You have some dignity for yourself. You carry yourself with some authority. Let's talk about the value part. What makes a man valuable? Social influence, renown, competency, strength, masculinity, resourcefulness, the ability to make it rain and solve problems without crying like a bitch about any of it. Because nobody gives a fuck about men. I've been saying this for a long time. Nobody cares about men's struggles. Women hang out at the finish line and they fuck the winner. That's just the way that it is. But way too many guys are distracted by women that have an indifference attitude towards them. Be the guy at the finish line. I don't know how much more clear it has to be made. If you want to avoid distractions in life and you want to have choices and you want to lead and you want to make sure you don't end up in a situationship, all kinds of things that can, come with that, you have to be that guy. I get criticized from time to time, even by friends of mine. They're like, Rich, I see some guys from, time to time, and they're, they think that they can just do whatever they want in a relationship. Their woman should just look the other way because they want to have some side action or something like that, some fun on the side. It's like, I don't know how much clearer I got to make it. You got to be that guy to get to that point. Are you as attractive as you can possibly be? Are you as valuable as you can possibly be? The people, when I say people, the men that are as attractive as they can possibly be and as valuable as they can possibly be are currently enjoying wealth, supercars, unlimited travel to where they want to go, a high social network and influence circle, the ability to make it rain in just about any area of their life that they need to solve a problem in, and women, or a woman, depending on how they want to run their life, but women that admire, respect, and adore them. And if he wants to do something on the side, look the other way because they know that they can't do fucking better. You want to enjoy those elements of life, you got to be that guy. And it's all, and again, like I have to repeat this because I don't think that it sinks into the guys in the back, up at the 500 level sort of thing. The amount of effort that I see guys put into chasing women, trying to figure out, here's a screenshot and I texted her 3 times and I asked her for the date and she hasn't gotten back to me. What do I do? Don't be a fucking dork. Take a little bit of that energy that you're putting into chasing women, to being distracted by women. Become more handsome, become more valuable, become better looking, increase your value in the areas that I've already talked about. Do you think guys that are on the top shelf are looking at their phone screen going, well, I sent her a message and she's not getting back to me? They don't fucking care because they go on to the next chick. And they might have 7 or 17 in rotation. I don't know what the count is or what it is that they're enjoying. But I do know what they're enjoying because I have enjoyed it. And I've enjoyed both sides of the equation. I've been the guy that's put all the time and resources into chasing shit that's a waste of my time. And I've also been the guy that's reinvested into myself and enjoyed the benefits of all of that. So the next time she goes, hey, I just love you so much. It'd be a great idea to get married, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be a fucking swell idea. Why don't I just find some bitch I hate on the street and give her half my shit right now? Because that's where you're going to be in 7 years for the most of you, agreeing to terms like that. Do it on your terms. If you live somewhere that's hostile towards men and fathers, and you're dating a chick and she digs your vibe, it's absolutely okay to be like, I really like you too. And I'm open to that idea in the future, but not in a place that hates fathers. Well, what does that mean? Well, you can sit in a family courtroom and see what happens to dads all the time. You know, you figure it out. But I'm open to the idea of becoming a father and raising a family and blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's what you want to do. But let her know it'll be on your terms when you feel like it. And there's different ways to structure it. I mean, a lot of this, guys, I've put in the classroom section of the School of Unplugging. I know that I mention this every video. I'm going to mention it again. Less than $50 a month, you get in. You start at the ticker below, entrepreneursandcars.com/community. All kinds of classroom material in excess of 40 hours that tell you exactly step by step how to do all these fucking things that I talk about in all of these videos. It's very repetitive. It's so easy to copy and paste. It's not complex. I make it as simple as possible. And then when you have a serious question about it, hey, hop on a Zoom call. Let's run it up the flagpole and see if we can get a salute on it or not. Maybe it's a bad idea. Maybe the flag's on upside down. Maybe it's the wrong flag. Maybe there's a better position to let it blow in the wind, if you know what I'm saying. But far too many guys get distracted by some of the very absolute basic notions that culture, society, especially women, keep chucking at you because you don't have enough dignity for yourself. You don't see the value in yourself. And again, I get it. Society and culture and everything throughout your entire upbringing has told us men are disposable. It's always women and children first. Men, you do what's right. Women, you do what's right for you. There's two different sets of narratives. And it's only when guys like me fucking tell you the truth and point to these facts that you start to understand it. But once you understand it, you need to adopt it and live it. You need to enjoy and reap the benefits of it. You can have a great relationship with a woman or women, if you so choose, on terms that you choose when you're on the top shelf that aren't distracting from your purpose. Man, I've been banging on this drum for 28 minutes. You know, I never understand why men are so afraid of women. Women are afraid of spiders. You women can parallel park a car without curbing the fucking wheels. And you're afraid of a woman that she's going to like leave you? Go! You don't have that much dignity for yourself? You don't see your value, and it's probably not there. You know, if you don't have that value for yourself, you don't hold some dignity in your name, it's probably not there. But if I don't marry her, she's going to leave me. Go! Or marry her and suffer. I don't fucking care. I'm going to take a break. I need something to put my glass of water. I'm going to go get my water, run this ad reel, and I'll be right back. This episode is sponsored by yours truly. Brothers, if you like me and you take what you put in your body seriously, you'll want to use the Unplugged Alpha supplements. An obsession with engineering higher absorption rates is what sets my line apart from the others. You want to make sure that you absorb as much of the supplements as possible so you don't end up peeing out expensive urine and wasting your money. My supplement line is made in the United States from the highest quality domestic ingredients. And unlike your typical cheap supplements in plastic bottles, only quality supplements ship in dark glass bottles to keep your supplements fresher, longer, and won't seep endocrine disrupting microplastics into your supplements that end up in your body. Nothing is a hard tablet. Everything is in an easily digested, bioavailable capsule. You can filter all products by your goals, including testosterone support, estrogen metabolism, fat burning, sleep support, and performance. Visit www.theunpluggedalpha.com/shop and use the subscribe and save option to get 10% off your recurring supplement orders. Or check out my popular testosterone bundles and save 17%. Guys, if you want to know everything I know today that I wish my dad taught me, start by joining the School of Unplugging. There are over 40 hours of never before seen videos in a private classroom that teach you how to create true wealth, create and manage relationships with women stress-free, and optimize your looks, and so much more. There's also a very well-organized discussion board and a members map for networking, along with weekly Zoom calls held by me and my team of experts with backgrounds in strength, nutrition, finance, investing, and entrepreneurship, all for a low monthly membership that you can cancel at any time. Go ahead and visit richcooper.ca, and on the courses tab of the website, you can navigate to the School of Unplugging and get started there. Guys, make sure you check out the rest of my website for my communities, requesting a one-on-one private consultation, or learning about my events. Now let's get on with the show. I think I've banged on the distraction that men deal with chicks long enough. Let's move on from that then, shall we? What other distractions aside from women do you guys suffer from? You can put it in the live chat if you want, or you can super chat a question, up to you. Let's talk about family and friends, other influences beyond women. I think women are still by far the strongest pull by a wide margin. Probably 80% of the distractions that men face are definitely coming from women in their life, specifically women that they're intimate with or want to be intimate with. But I think family and friends can be a distraction for sure, especially for younger guys. I remember a couple of guys, like, you know, I've talked about your network being your net worth. And if you find yourself as the smartest guy in a room, you're in the wrong room. And if you hang out with, 5 broke, incompetent losers, you're going to be the 6th, sort of thing. So let's talk about that for a little bit, because I think a lot of men in their 20s, a lot of younger guys deal with that nonsense. Because I don't know, maybe they find a friend. Like, I'll tell you my, like a little bit angle from my life. So I met a friend in the collection industry in the 90s, and then he introduced me to some friends that he grew up with. And, we started doing shit, skiing together, hanging out, going to nightclubs a lot. And I remember a couple of these guys, they were a little bit offside. One had been in jail for, I don't know, it was a robbery or something like that. And another guy was just an alcoholic. He just couldn't manage his emotions, and especially his anger, specifically when he was drinking. And there was all kinds of distractions and chaos that came into my life that I didn't really have anybody to guide me on or offer me a little bit of something. I mean, I knew that I was hanging around some people that were a little bit dodgy. But I was mid-20s at this time. I think I was living with some roommates. My parents and all my family were back in England. I had come back to Canada. So I was on my own for the most part. But you have that little sensation. You have that spidey sense, that tingling, that little voice over your shoulder, that guardian, if you will, that guardian angel over your shoulder. That's all like, hey, do you really want to hang out with these guys? They really waste a lot of your time doing dumb shit, or drawing you into dumb shit. I remember one time Friday night, we're all sitting around. I can't remember what video game we were playing. It was on Xbox, one of the first Xboxes. It wasn't Call of Duty. It was something that preceded that on Xbox. I can't remember what it was called. And we're blasting away, having a good time and shit. And, this guy, runs in the front door. He's panting, and then he zips into the basement or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with him? Doesn't usually act like that. A few minutes later, there's a knock at the door. Police. They're like, oh, fuck, what's this about now? They're obviously looking for him. And it's like, you surround yourself with the wrong kinds of people, you're going to be distracted into their chaotic lives. They're going to want you to bail them out, to give them money, to fucking sit and listen to their bullshit while they keep doing the same bullshit over and over again. They're assholes, I don't have a tolerance for assholes. I throw people out of communities or a Zoom call if they're asking for the same shit over and over again, doing nothing with the information and guidance that they've been given with before. Some people just want to be assholes. You know, they don't want to do anything. They just want to vent or cry or complain or whatever. It's a distraction. How the fuck am I supposed to go make more money, do more significant things if I'm allowing people around me to behave like anchors? Anchors in sales, you know, we've talked about this before. Let's recap again. Two kinds of people in your life. There's those that will fill your sail with wind and take you to your next port of call and be some kind of a complement to your life on that journey. And there's those people that are anchors. And what do you do with an anchor when you want to move? You pull it up or you cut it loose, whatever it is that you want to do. But you don't let anchors hold you back. It's very, very difficult to go to your next passage, your next port of call, dragging an anchor behind you. It's a liability. And it's not just friends that will do this, by the way. I've seen family members do this to people. Fortunately, I haven't had it happen that much in my family, but I've seen very obvious cases of men being distracted from their purpose, from their grind, from whatever objective their goal is that they're trying to hit by family members that are just like fucking leeches. They're absolute fuck ups. And they let these fuck ups, even if they share DNA or blood or whatever it is you want to call it, even if they're associated with them by blood. And I have a different stance on it. A lot of people are like, oh, you need some compassion for them. No, not if they're constantly fucking up. Not if they're constantly distracting you from your purpose. It's okay to lovingly let family members go. Just like it's okay to let friends go. Just like it's okay to let women go. Do you guys ever hear the reason, season, lifetime rhyme? People sometimes come in your life for a reason, to teach you something, to enlighten you on something perhaps, and then they go. Some people come into your life for a season. You know them for a summer, you work on a contract somewhere, you're traveling Europe, and you run into somebody that is with you for that season. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a romantic acquaintance, whatever. There's some people that come into your life for a reason, some people that come into your life for a season. Again, something to teach you, something that you need to learn from, a lesson perhaps. And there's some people that come into your life for a lifetime. Sometimes somebody that comes into your life for a reason or a season needs to be cut loose because they've taught you what you need to learn. You've got the lesson that you need to get. And then again, you lovingly just let them go and you put some distance between you and them. If you've had the conversation, if you've let them know that you don't have a tolerance for their drama, for whatever it happens to be, you don't need to sit down and say, hey, look, you know, we're not going to talk anymore just because of, this, that, and the other thing. And I've talked to you about this like 3-4 times and it's really getting annoying. And I just can't have it. Just don't fucking respond to them. When they call you, let it go to voicemail. When they text you, don't respond to them. You don't need to explain yourself 7 times over. But again, family and friends can be a big distraction for a lot of guys. And they might come back. They might learn their lesson. They might smarten up. They might become a better version of themselves. They might become more useful in your life. They might all of a sudden become a complement to it, right? It can happen. Once bitten, twice shy, though, right? Be very cautious allowing anybody back into your life or starting to spend more time with somebody that has previously done you wrong. In most cases, you're better off blowing up that bridge. People go, don't burn bridges. No. In most cases, you're better off blowing up a bridge and never having the opportunity to cross it again. I've done that a few times in my life with people that I was very, very friendly with. My best friend, even, I think at the age of, was it 30, 31 or something like that? My best friend of 16 years, I cut loose because he tried to fuck me over in my business. Lawsuit was launched, had all very clear evidence of how he was trying to fuck me over. And then this motherfucker had the balls afterwards Now that, the lawsuit's been settled, he messaged me. He's like, hey, can we let bygones be bygones and be friends again? Fuck no. You're a ghost, bitch. Blowing up bridges ain't that bad of a thing. I don't want that bridge to exist. I don't want that connection to ever be an option for me to entertain. It's done. 8 billion people in the world. You can't find better people than the dickheads that try to fuck you over. I'm gonna grab the super chat right here. Hey, Rich, what are your thoughts on here? I've been talking to a girl for a month now and went into 2 dates. She's already exposed her feelings by saying, I love you. It seems like a red flag and too soon. I mean, that's genuine desire. It might be genuine burning desire. 2 dates is a little early on for a chick to be like, I love you. I think it's very rare nowadays for women to really announce that, let alone early on. So, I mean, she could love bomb you. She could be one of these like borderline personality type of chicks that like, tells you exactly what you want to hear. That's like a lot of the red flags in my red flag chapter. What's your name? Your average Matt. We'll call him Matt. Matt, like a lot of the red flags in my red flag chapter are correlated with personality disorders. Like 1 in 4 women are on some kind of medication to stabilize their personality. Borderline, psychopathy, NPD. Like there's all these personality disorders that, and some they can't even medicate, and some they don't even diagnose. So this is only for the ones that are diagnosed. So like a quarter of women are on some kind of SSRIs, antidepressants, or some shit like that. Just relax. Rich, I love you so. 2 dates in. Rich, I love you so much. You're the best thing ever. I know. Let's just take it easy, Becky. See how it goes. Having a good time. And just roll with it. See, guys that, let me go back to the thing here. So to use Matt as an example here, guys that are fully unplugged, that have read my book, that have gone through my course material, that are community members that hear all of this stuff, they usually don't ask me questions like this. Like 2 dates in, a girl has said that I love you. Is it a big red flag? If you're new, you might think that it is, but it's like one of those things that's like nuance, and a lot of guys are not calibrated enough to deal with the nuance of navigating life correctly. The nuance of navigating life is a skill that you have to learn. I talk about it often. I mean, I don't specifically spell it out, the nuance, but the nuances of said life are something that you have to fucking get clear on and navigate accordingly and calibrate yourself to. Yeah, I don't like hearing guys that are like asking questions about, chick fall in love with me, like, is it a red flag and stuff like that. And it's like, did you wake up in the morning and you found her boiling your bunny in a fucking pot in the kitchen? That's a big obvious red flag 2 dates in. A chick saying that she loves you could actually be a great fucking thing. Maybe she's a virgin. Maybe she's absolutely in love with you. Maybe she's a psychopath. But if you've cultivated optionality, you're on a top shelf, you're valuable, you don't really worry too much about stuff like that. You end that date. It's very nice of you to say that. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you again. We'll see how it develops between us. And you go see another girl. Because why not? Because you have options. You can cultivate options. Well, my religion says that you can't do that, and that's against my fucking beliefs. Okay. Suck at life. I don't care. Be a plugged-in beta male. I don't give a shit. What you teach is blah, 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 blah. I've heard a lot of people criticize me over the years. I've heard people call me names, say that, I don't know, everything under the sun. Who hurt you? You got a little PP, you're fucking blah, 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 whatever it happens to be. I haven't heard anybody call me a liar. I mean, in most cases, I'm not going to do it on this show, but in most cases, I've got the phone lines open. You can call in and ask me anything. I never have a critic challenge me on anything that I've ever stated. I'm never called a liar. Called other things, but you can't call me a liar. Where is the lie in the stuff that I tell you? It doesn't exist. Guys, I'm a seasoned gentleman. I was born in the 70s. I've been around for a fucking while. I call out shit as soon as I called out this Sadia Khan stuff years ago. Stuff like this is hilarious to me because I see it happening before the official, like just about every single one of these female tradcon dating coach influencer fucking broads out there. They all have skeletons in their closet, and some of them have graveyards. But she has a pretty face and a nice polished British accent, so you fall for the bullshit and you pay her $8,000 to talk to her for an hour thinking she's going to touch your pee-pee. This is what the rich simps do. Live and learn. Deal with the pain. But don't fucking deal with the pain over and over again. You know, there was this, dealing with the chick thing. There was this tweet that this guy put out. He's an artist on X. Let me see if I can find it. It's like from yesterday or something like that. Where is it? Get too many notifications on here now. I don't want to paraphrase it. I want to give you the exact quote here. There it is. So Arthur says, I know the dead end excess men will call me a simp for this because it runs against their echo chamber. But there's no better feeling than being romantically loved by a woman. Not having this is the true reason behind the majority of the political and racial grandstanding. I replied to him. I said, you'll grow out of it. I like this guy. He's nice. I'm going to call him a kid. He's in his 20s or something like that, I would say. A little bit off kilter in some of the stuff that he puts out there. He responds to me and he says, not saying that it lasts forever, but we should be encouraging young men to live the experience as early as possible and to extend it towards family creation. Don't put it off. Lost time is never found. I'm going to actually, let me put it up on the screen here. I want to show you the image that he attached. Again, I'm not doing this to shade Arthur. But he puts up an image of this looks like a high school kid. He's got a big smile on his face and he's talking to, I'm assuming is the pretty cheerleader, the pretty girl wearing probably the varsity jacket. It looks like a guy's jacket. It's probably his. Having a moment. And, Arthur is saying, no, not saying it lasts, but we should be encouraging young men to live the experience as early as possible, to extend it towards family creation. Don't put it off. He's a Christian guy. He's one of those Bible bro type of dudes. Fine, no problem. But march into the slaughterhouse with your eyes wide open. Stop simping for women. Stop putting them up on a pedestal. And one of the other things that guys must understand, and this image is a perfect example of it. I think this image is a fantastic example of what I'm about to tell you here. For men to have that experience that he's having right now, this moment where he's being adored by the girl on the football pitch as he finishes his, high school or college career. I don't know how old he is. Difficult to tell. But for a man to enjoy the admiration, the original post, what do you say? Call me simple, blah, blah, blah. But there's no better feeling than being romantically loved by a woman. If you want a woman to romantically love and adore you, such as displayed in this image, great picture, by the way. You notice he's a football player. You notice he's not the guy cleaning the fucking chalkboards. You notice he's not the water boy. You notice he's not the guy cutting the grass, maintaining the field, picking up the pylons. He's none of those guys. He's the fucking athlete. He's the winner. And what do I keep telling you? Women wait at the finish line and they pick the winners. If you want to have that love, the admiration experience, you need to be as attractive as possible and as valuable as possible. And even then, you still need to not learn how to not be distracted by women and their bullshit and to say no to things that you don't want to do or you don't want to get involved in. Just because a chick wants you to do something or alternatively wants you to stop doing something that she doesn't like because it hurts her feelings or something like that, doesn't mean that you do it. Sometimes the very things that women don't like about you or want you to stop doing or to start doing to make them happy. And I get it. A lot of guys will jump through fucking hoops to make women happy. Because why wouldn't you? You're a guy. You've been told to do these things. Women and children first. You do what's right, guys. Women, you do what's right for you. You have to have some management around it with these distractions. And there's going to be times you're just going to say, no, I'm not doing that. Or no, I'm not going to stop doing that. That's just who I am. Well, if you don't do that, then I'm not going to see you anymore. Okay, bye. You know who the fuck I was when we started dating. Women will put up with a lot of shit with guys that they love and adore. A lot. They'll conform to his life. They'll conform to his schedule. They'll adopt his political beliefs. They'll adopt his musical tastes. They'll learn to cook meals that he likes to eat because she wants to make him happy. That's great. That's a great fucking start. But keep going. And don't shut off other options. Don't let her, because you've been dating for 2 months, just let her claim you. She's got to earn it. Too many guys give away your commitment far too soon and far too easily to women that are not deserving of your commitment, that are an absolute distraction to your life, that will take you away from, a lot of these relationship coaches and gurus out there, these fucking retards that I tell you not to listen to, it'll be like, wow, one of the key indicators of a successful man is there's always a good woman behind a successful man, right? Men that are married make more money than men that are unmarried. You don't think it's a coincidence that women wait at the finish line and pick the winners and want to be with these guys? You don't think it's a coincidence that they're already fucking winning at life? Women don't stand behind losers. They only stand behind winners. Behind every good man is a great woman. Because great women don't stand behind loser men. They only stand behind strong, virtuous, competent, resourceful, successful men. That meatball between your ears, guys, you got to use it. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Marinate on them. Send this to somebody that needs to see it. I'll keep banging on this drum as long as you guys want to hear it. I don't fucking care. I'll say it over and over again. Matt, I'd like to call in and give you more info. If not, no worries. Matt, I'll do you a solid. I'll take one call today because you super chatted it. Why not? Copy. Here's the call-in link. You can hit that. This is just for Matt. If anybody else tries to call in, I'm just not going to have time for you. Sorry. But I'll give Matt a quick chat. How about that? We'll wrap up on Matt's chat. Let's do that. And stop being distracted by chicks, guys. Just don't do it. It ain't worth it. Matt, just click that link. You can call in. I'll put you up. Let's see what else we got going in the chat here. Deb, this may sound like the thoughts of a silly girl, but I prayed for my husband years before I ever met him. That's great. I love that story. Unfortunately, Deborah, women like you are very rare today. It's been said that our parents, and especially our grandparents, probably my grandparents and my great-grandparents' generation, my granddad probably had a woman that's twice as good as the women you get today at half the cost. They talk about hoflation, where the cost of dealing with women goes up significantly over time. And that just, like, it is what it is. Matt, is that okay? I see you change your name. You might as well kill your video and I'll just pull you in for audio only. There you go. That'll keep you anonymous. Okay, Matt, you're on stage. What's up, buddy? I can't hear you. Do you have a microphone on? Try it again. I see the microphone popped up on your green room here. Nope. Doesn't look like your mic's working, bud. Maybe here, let's try this. I'm just going to kick you, but come back, click the link again and come back, and let's see if you get that audio connection. All right, try that again. Copy. And let me just paste the call-in link again so it's right at the top. There you go, buddy. Hit that. Let's try it again. Let's try that audio again. All right. Just sorry, I'm scrolling up here in the chat while I'm waiting for him to call back. Knowledge is... Okay. Intuition, yeah. Well, you guys are mostly chopping it up amongst yourselves. That's fine. All right, Matt. You gotta about 20 seconds. Click it back through. If your audio's not working, there we go. Let's try it again. Matt, enter the studio. Just kill your video. Let's try this again. Add to stage. All right. Do you have audio? Still no audio.
Can you hear me, Rich?
There we go. What's up, buddy? What do you got for me?
I can't hear you, which is weird.
Well, I can hear you just fine. So if you want to listen to the show on another window or something like that, you'll hear me that way, but it'll be delayed. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Okay, so what do you got?
Yeah, this is kind of a interesting thing happening because I normally just I take your advice as a whole, obviously, play the field, and if something comes along, and maybe might be worth my time. And this one is particular. It's kind of again new to me, so that's why I'm kind of bringing it up to you. And yeah, she's 18, and she's definitely a virgin. I would just say that out of the blue, just because she hides when there's a crowd. She's very reserved. We went on paddleboarding. She helps out, and whatnot. So she does these things, but then this actually happened on a second date. She's also Russian. I don't know if that matters. But she said it. She couldn't say it in English because she was kind of afraid how I'm gonna react. But when she said it, I just didn't say anything. Obviously, I just told her, just like what you said earlier. I just thought, yeah, I had a good time. Thanks for saying that. Hopefully, see you in the next one. And I'm just kind of curious, what you think on that, saying that the L word that quick. I thought it was a red flag, so kind of an interesting thing happened.
Okay, so where do you live?
I live in Washington State.
Okay, and she's new to Washington. I'm guessing she grew up mostly in Russia.
Yeah, she moved here 3 years ago.
I think you'll find a lot of foreign women that come to North America from like the old countries.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously have a different cultural stance on romance and love and dating. Like, I know that one of the things that's pretty common with Eastern European type of women is they don't really go from dating to asking for a commitment and moving into a relationship. It's if you kind of just like continue to see her, it's assumed that you're in a long-term committed type of relationship. So there's one part cultural thing to it. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just
right.
I mean, if you like her and she seems like a good girl and she ticks off the boxes and you don't see any red flags, just keep dating her and just nod your head. But I mean, men fall in love differently than women. Like, it's weird because women usually only fall in love with a guy once they've had sex with him. And you said this chick's a virgin, right?
Yes.
You know that for certain?
I do. I really do. I've been with. She's 18.
Okay, maybe she is, but women usually don't start dropping love and connection to a guy until they've slept with them. And only dorks tell women like 2 dates in or something like that they love a girl. So just hold off, enjoy it. Don't overthink about it. Like, believe in the nuance that I'm telling you here. Like just have a good fucking time and see what she's all about. And if you think that you want to turn it into something a little bit more than something passive or a plate, for example, then deal with that later on down the road. But that's down the road. Like, just because a chick tells you 2 dates in that she thinks that she loves you doesn't mean you go, well, I love you back too.
Mm-hmm.
that's fucking great. You know, I love hearing that. That's very sweet, and I
How would I
look
how would
forward
I
to
name it?
seeing where this goes.
How would I know if it's like a genuine burn desire? Because if you
You
look
don't
at
make
the
it.
text,
You
okay,
don't make anything when it comes to genuine burning desire. You just are. You just are that guy, and she just has it. It's not. It's not something that you manufacture. It's not like a pickup artist course where I can say do like A to F, and once you do these steps, you've got GBD.
hmm
Okay.
yeah,
She either has it for you or she doesn't have it for you. There's women out there that love a bald man with glasses and a beard.
right,
There's women that don't like it at all. And I don't fucking care because there's plenty of women that like this look. There's plenty of women that admire me for who I am. So I'm not worried about it. You don't have to worry about how do I build genuine burning desire. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Just do your shit. Don't let this woman distract you
hmm
and see where it goes. You know, see what she's made of. How old are you?
I'm 27, so
Okay. Where'd you
yeah.
meet this chick?
Well, I was shopping at a mall, and she works there.
She works in
Um,
retail?
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
So you
and
bought something, asked for a number, and then you guys all went out.
no, actually, I didn't really show any intentions on the first time I saw her. I was
Mm.
just asking her where to get this stuff, and then it's my favorite shop to buy stuff, so I'm
Okay.
there all the time. The first time we met, I just said where can I find this, and then I left, and then the third time probably when I said, hey, you know, are you single?
Mhm.
And then let me get your number, and then and then I just went from there.
I mean, she has a little more insight being a, you know, working cash in retail or something like that. She might have access to your payment history. Maybe you bought something expensive that she thought was interesting. The thing about Eastern European chicks that I've noticed, Matt, is that they are very good actors.
Mm,
They know how to like Eastern European women really know how to fucking get a guy. She might be looking for a green card. Somebody mentioned that in the chat as well too. But
yeah.
they really know how to play a guy and pull on his strings. Like I've seen Russian guys deal with Russian women and still have significant problems. I've said this before. I think we were talking about this maybe a week or two ago on one of the live shows. It's like you literally have to be like a Russian mafia boss to deal with Russian women or Eastern
Yeah.
European women, Croatian women, Serbian, whatever the fuck it is you want to categorize. But Eastern European women in general can be very good actors. They can be very good players. They're also your absolute best cheerleader when they love you and
Mm,
everything's working for them in a way that they like. But if they don't like you and you're getting divorced, they're the fucking worst. They're like Latino women.
yeah.
Okay. What's his name? James Sexton talks about this, you know, one of his podcasts. There's a clip out there circulating about him talking about Russian women, right? So just, dude, like, don't overthink it. Have a good
Yeah.
time. See where it goes. Don't sweat it. It's not necessarily a red flag. She could be love bombing you. Maybe she's full of shit. Maybe she's on meds. Maybe she's a great chick and she just really likes you.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about it.
The one thing I'm like trying to so obviously I'm 27, right? So I'm quite busy because I'm self-employed, obviously. Well, not
Mhm.
obviously, but it's like if you look at the text, she keeps asking me like, what are we? You're like, like I don't want to waste my time or your time, and then she keeps asking for my availability. So like, because
Yeah.
I only hang out with her probably once every 10 days, just because I can't see her every time.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, I mean, if you're only able to see her once every 10 days, is that because you got a rotation or like what's going on?
yes, and then also the business.
Yeah,
I
okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So, I mean, she's just pushing for a commitment, which is what she's been programmed to do. If she's only been here for 3 years, it's probably something like, I mentioned earlier, like a lot of European women, once they start dating you, there's no real talk phase. It's just like if you're going out with each other and you're seeing each other on a regular basis, you're actually considered to be a couple. That's just how they
Mhm.
see things, right? Like there's no dating phase. It's like you go out, you like each other. Okay, now you're in a relationship 2-3 dates in, right?
Yeah.
So that's just how they work. So just understand that perspective from her end and just deal with it accordingly. Just let her know, look, I really dig your vibe. I've got a busy schedule with work and everything else that I got on my calendar. I'd like to keep seeing you though. So
Mhm.
just cool your jets and just, fucking relax, right?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
That's actually exactly what I said. Like I like I like hanging out with you. I didn't really give her any more interest
Mhm.
like any response to that that
Is
messages.
she
Because
a
this is
U.S. citizen? Like, does she have a green card?
no, she does not.
Yeah, so she's looking for one, obviously.
Yeah. So
How did she come to the States on what, like a student visa or
refugee.
refugee?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
from
And
where?
she said Ukraine. I don't know exactly.
Oh,
Not
okay,
Russia, Ukraine. Yeah. She's here with
all right.
the
Well, I
sister.
mean, there's a lot of displaced Russian girls. Like they don't fucking care about, or like the Ukrainian girls. They don't care about the Ukrainian guys dying off at war. They just leave and go somewhere else and fuck new guys. What do I
Right.
keep telling you guys? Women don't care about their men's struggles. They wait at the finish line and they bang the winner. So Ukraine wasn't working for her. The guys are sent off to war by Zelensky and his fucking corrupt government. And now she's out in the States looking for love, quote unquote love, but really looking to be, looked after. Wants to
Mhm.
be locked down, wants to be in a long-term relationship. And why wouldn't she be? It's smart, right? You just have to, again, don't let her distract you, right? The whole point of this fucking show is don't let women distract you. Be on your purpose.
Yep.
And she's not, and she may not like it. She may stop seeing you, but that's fine. You just have to be okay with it. It's like, look, you're not going to dictate my schedule or my time. I told you, dig your vibe. Let's keep seeing each other, see where it goes. But I only have so much availability in my schedule. I'm available next Thursday. You want to get together that night, blah, 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 sort of thing. And then you take it from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chase excellence is what I always kind of go by, and
Work
obviously
on
that's
your business, man. What's your business all about? What do you do?
I'm in real estate actually.
Good.
Yeah.
Sell fucking houses, dude.
Yeah. Or I
Sell
buy
houses,
houses.
buy houses, whatever happens to be.
Yeah.
She wants a piece of that pie too, right?
Well, that's the thing too. She doesn't know anything about work. All she because so there's 2 dates, right? She didn't have
Don't kid
she didn't
yourself
see.
for a minute, dude. Women will Google your name before they even go out with you.
Well, that's the thing too, Rich. I don't
They'll
have
look you up
social
on
media.
social media. They'll look you up on Google. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a real estate agent, then your license. She has your phone number because you're texting. She'll do a reverse lookup on your number. She'll probably see the numbers, linked to your real estate license to call me for a showing or something like that. She's already done her homework. Like women do their background. If you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying.
Yep. Gotcha.
Okay. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Rich. Bye.
See you, bud. All right. Let me get the super chat here. What is ZAR? I've never heard of that currency. I'll have to look that up later. This year was crucial for my education and career. Got into a long-term relationship. She was hot early on. She demanded my time. My marks tanked. Found out she betrayed me a week ago, just like that. My year wasted. Yeah. And she let you, like, she distracted you guys. Don't let women distract you. This is why you don't overinvest in them. This is why, I hate to tell you these things because, like many of my viewers, I wish the shit that we've been told worked better. I wish that praising her, admiring her, telling her she's pretty, buying her flowers and chocolates and all that kind of shit, holding the door open for her is what led to genuine burning desire, but it doesn't. And overinvesting in women, they find it unattractive. That's just the way that it is, especially if they have no investment in you or they have less investment in you. You want a pleasant, agreeable chick that would, like, I would take a pleasant, agreeable chick that's a 7 out of 10 that has genuine burning desire than a 10 out of 10 that's indifferent towards me, that I got to fucking jump through all kinds of hoops for while she's fucking some other guy, right? Don't let women distract you. Brandon, I'm going to take you in as the last one. Okay. Do you want to kill your video? Do you want to be anonymous? Just turn off your video. There you go. Boom. You're in the, okay. I should be able to hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, how's it going? So
What do you got for me?
I don't know if you do I have to keep it on topic or do you care?
What do you got for me, bud? Just fire
Okay.
away.
Yeah, sure. So I call in every once in a while. So I remember last time I was calling in the car, I ended up getting disconnected, and I was talking about this business I was starting.
Sure.
So I ended up starting that business. So it basically what it was a marketplace for construction. A homeowner would post their project, contractors would bid on it, and so that in its first year we did 200, but I ended up becoming a general contractor. There was no way, like if I wasn't managing that project, it was going to go to crap.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I don't think I can do this anymore because I don't want to be a GC. I'm a tech guy, and I couldn't find myself to get out of it. So I ended up selling it, and I was just going to completely close it. But I have a family friend that's a GC, Then I ended up selling it, and he wants me to rebuild it, just fixing all the errors that it originally had. And
Okay.
yeah, I just man, I've been on this journey for so long, but
What's the question?
oh, I don't know. I just wanted to pop in here. I should have one. I should have one. Okay.
So
So
he bought the business
okay.
off you, 100% of it?
Yeah. Well, actually, he's a 51% owner.
Okay, so you
I
still
still
own
keep
it then.
ownership. Yeah, he's majority. I
Okay.
wanted to say I was in Canada not too fairly recently for a family reunion, so my family's there,
Mm.
and oh my gosh, I so we went through Windsor, and I remember going there when I was younger, like 17, not even too long
Mm.
ago, and
Mm.
it's like a completely different place. It is like, oh my goodness. It like
Trust me, I know, man. I live here. I've watched the slow and steady decline of Canada and America. By the way, it's also going downhill. I just don't think it's as fast.
it's such a shock. Like like probably back you remember in your day, it used to be like kind of like a more homogenous society, but now even I mean everywhere you have to like now search out that place where it is more homogenous. So I was thinking, well, I'm like in Ohio now, so I'm
Mhm.
thinking like it looks like Knoxville is a pretty sweet place, in terms of
I'll tell you where the
homogeneity.
best states are because I've done the research on this already. Believe it or not, for taxation, for family laws, for custody, so you don't have to fight for it, for weather and climate, for all the main things that should matter to men. It seems to be Tennessee and Florida on the East Coast, centrally Texas. You can look at places. I didn't really look on the West Coast or in the mountain ranges, but centrally Texas, East Coast, Tennessee, and Florida seem to be the best states. So depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah, and even to add on top of that, have you ever watched wrestling? Like ever?
I used to watch WWF.
Yeah, well, there's this do you remember Kane at all? Kane, he was like with
Vaguely.
he was like the brother of the Undertaker, who used to be like the biggest
Okay.
wrestler ever.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
Kane is now the mayor of Knoxville. So, and he's a
Okay.
pretty how would you say hard-nosed guy. Like he doesn't take no
Yeah.
crap.
Kentucky has, sorry, not, yeah, the state of Kentucky has good legislation for fathers. It's right there near the top. But as far as taxation and all the other metrics that I talked about, I think Tennessee is probably a better state. So,
Yeah, Knoxville is in I'm talking about Knoxville, Tennessee.
oh, Knoxville, Tennessee. Sorry, I was thinking about Kentucky for some reason. So there you go, Tennessee. Great, perfect.
Yeah, so let me see.
I don't know that I would move to a town because my favorite wrestler, is the mayor. But you let me know how that works out, man.
No, I just found it interesting. So okay, I'm seeing your topic here, common distractions from your purpose.
Yeah.
Honestly, you I would say honestly, this one's gonna really probably bite you a little bit, but
Okay.
it's going to the gym.
You think going to the gym distracts you from your purpose?
Well, I used to be, or I still do go, but like 3 days a week. But I used to go every day, like 5 days, sometimes 6 days a
Yeah,
week.
you're overtraining then, especially at your age. You can't hammer that many workouts. You're going to overtrain and you're not going to grow. So
But
you
yeah,
would be
now it's
weak.
just like working out gets in the way of that because I work so much now, and then
Mhm.
it's like I can't even like do it like I used to.
That's
And
fair.
and speaking of like, when do you think is a good time for like TRT? Because I'm almost 30 now, and I'm starting to like feeling
You
slower,
haven't
not as
read my book
strong.
because the chapter,
I read your first book.
yeah, well, it breaks it down, man. The chapter talks about doing it when the time is obvious to you. Essentially, you're on top of your blood labs. You run them you should run your full labs with a hormone panel on an annual basis. And if it seems clear that there's a hormone imbalance and that the need for TRT would improve your life, then I would
Hmm.
look at it. But unless it's obvious, I wouldn't even touch TRT unless you absolutely have to. There's a video on the Entrepreneurs and Cars channel. You should go look at it if you didn't see it, but it's done really well. It's got hundreds of thousands of views now. And I think the title is something like TRT, What I Wish I Knew Before I Started It.
Yeah,
So
and remember you said your doctor like treated your symptoms instead of
there's
looking
just
at your
there's just
labs.
too many things that I don't like, and I don't like having my health and happiness at the extended control of the government and big pharma. And there's a few other problems that sort of come with it. So I'm not super bullish on TRT. It does work for a lot of guys. I'm still on it. I'm not going to come off it. But I don't like a lot of the problems that tend to come with it that you can avoid if you optimize your balls naturally. There's a mid-roll ad that shows in these videos, again, that has my supplement line. There's a testosterone bundle. So if you're not strongly motivated, you don't wake up with morning wood, you don't have a strong libido, then the testosterone bundle is like the absolute best thing that you can get for that, to try to optimize it naturally. I would try that for like 3 to 6 months and see how you feel. I think it's a 17% discount when you bundle all the items together, but it's like vitamin DK, there's a testosterone booster, there's zinc included. I can't remember the full bundle, but it's got everything that helps you optimize your testosterone naturally. So start with that.
If I did lab works prior, and then I got your supplement line, and then let's say I used the whole thing and then did blood work after, you think I would see a difference or so? I definitely
Most
do
guys
that.
that I've talked to do, and I wish that I had done that before I went on TRT, but I didn't know about these things before. I only learned about it after the fact. But let me know, what your blood labs look like before and after. Most guys that do the before and after find that there's a pretty strong improvement.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in taking that path, and I'll take your word for it in trying that, because I just doing things off of Amazon. I'm usually not really.
Most of the stuff on Amazon isn't the greatest. It comes from China. It's in hard capsules. It's just not quality type of shit that your body can absorb. So try the testosterone bundle. It's, I don't know, it's $100 and change per batch, but it's 17% off. Try it for a few months and see how you feel. See if that does a trick.
Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it out. I got one more thing. So I've been trying to convince my dad to try TRT. He's almost 60 now, and in the how would you say, the doctors got him like on this like blood pressure medication, and it's like, and then once he started, no, he's not fat.
Why is he on blood pressure medication then if he's not overweight? Does he have diabetes?
No, he doesn't have I might not be correct with what he's taking, but I know he's taking something. He told me, I just don't recall.
Statins?
But
is it statins like for cholesterol?
I think it's blood pressure and cholesterol. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, the problem is that when you go to the doctor and you're an older guy, the doctors are fucking really well coached on prescribing statins, anti-cholesterol, cholesterol management drugs, blood pressure drugs, and shit like that. And for most guys, like if you're at a healthy weight, you don't need any of that shit. Dr. Anthony J is a good friend of mine. I've had him on my podcast a few times. He's got his, I think he wrote his PhD on cholesterol. I might be butchering that, but he's an expert on cholesterol. And most people don't know this, but like the range that was issued to manage cholesterol, where they said was a healthy range. The pharma companies didn't like, because when they invented statins, most people were in a healthy range. So what they did was they lobbied the government to change the range. So then people were then deemed to be in an unhealthy range, which their statins could then be prescribed in. So I don't like a lot of this shit that goes on with big pharma. I talk about this sporadically through my shit. Dr. Anthony J has his own YouTube channel. He has lots of content on there on cholesterol meds. There's none of that shit that I would touch if I was a healthy weight and it wasn't necessary.
It's honestly quite shocking, like how, like for instance, he takes this one thing, solves one problem, creates another one, and then
you have to take another drug. Correct.
And you got to take another one, and it's just how do you stop it before it just keeps on going? Because I know
you just don't do it. You just don't do it. Like when the doctor says, "Oh, your cholesterol is a little high" or some shit. Well, if you're eating eggs and meat, you're going to have higher cholesterol. It's not a bad thing, right? Like we've always had cholesterol in our body. You need cholesterol, by the way, to make sex hormones. You need cholesterol to make testosterone. That's what testosterone's made from, is from cholesterol. So if you have like weak ass, like that's why vegans suck, right? Like they don't have healthy testosterone levels because they're eating plant matter, right? Great source of cholesterol is eggs, red meat, and that's just the way that it is. And it's not unhealthy to have in-range cholesterol in your body, right? But people get scared because of marketers and advertising, and doctors are on the payroll of big pharma and shit like that. So that's just how it is.
Do you I don't believe in your book you had anything about some of the downsides of TRT? Do you? It
It's
seems
in that
like you were
video that I
expressing
mentioned.
some of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in that video that I mentioned. So search the Entrepreneurs and Cars channel. Just put TRT in the search area, and you'll find the video. It's the most recent one. I published it, like, I think in the wintertime.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
really appreciate that. I'll try your testosterone stuff out.
All right, good luck, man. And you can find all that, by the way, if you didn't watch the ad reel, it's at theunpluggedalpha.com. So that's where my supplement store is. Thanks. All right. All right, let's wrap it up. We will see you guys very soon. Have an awesome day. Make sure you share this episode with somebody that needs. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that podcast, make sure you visit my website at richcooper.ca to learn more about my courses, my book, The Unplugged Alpha, community, or booking me for private coaching. Also, if you are a Canadian with $15,000 or more of credit card debt and what you are doing right now isn't paying off the balances, then visit totaldebtfreedom.ca and hit get a free quote to see if you qualify to settle your credit card debt for less than you owe today over the next 48 months. Make sure you check out the top pinned comment on YouTube for all the links mentioned during the show. Peace.